Hi, my name is John Drux, licensed real estate broker out of Fresno, California, doing a documentary slash commentary called The Short Sale of the American Dream on my website. It's called Short Sale. And the first thing I want to say is it has to be the best time ever to buy a house in anyone's lifetime. If you combine the prices, which I contend have been manipulated low by subject to pricing, along with historic low interest rates, it has to be one of the best times ever to buy a house, if not the best time. And if there's anyone in the Fresno area that's looking to purchase, I ask you to look at my website, bcwre.com. Again, B as in Buchanan, C as in Clovis, W as in West, R as in Real, E as in Estate.com. My company's called Buchanan Clovis West Realty. I'm an independent broker. And again, it's a great time to buy. But with that said, it's a terrible time to sell. And during my documentaries, and I'm still not so sure people really know what the short sale is and what it's doing to the market. I was just talking to a relative of mine. I'm thinking probably one of the smartest people I know. He graduated from high school with a 4.3 grade point average out of 4.0. He's a structural engineer. And after about 20 minutes of trying to explain what the short sale is doing to the market, I'm still not so sure he still understands. It's such a foreign concept. What's been being allowed in the multiple listing service for over 4 years now. I think the best way for me to try to explain what the problem is to explain how a house is supposed to be sold. When I used to be able to go to what's called a traditional seller, someone that actually owns their house, someone that their house is worth more than what they owe. Because again, if a house is not worth what is owed on the property, then who is the true owner of that house? It's the bank. And if that person wants to sell their house, they need to contact the bank first before doing anything. So again, when I'd meet with a traditional seller, I would have a contract from the California Association of Realtors, and it has that person, the seller, commit to a price, commission, and an expiration date. Those things were needed to be able to list the house. Then comes the short sale. All rules go aside. Let's help somebody. Because again, my whole basis is this whole housing catastrophe and lack of recovery is all based under people trying to say they're helping people. They help people into homes they couldn't afford, and now they're helping them walk away. Why the rest of us are screwed. Excuse the French, but we're getting screwed. I've basically lost everything because of it. I won't play the game. So again, a traditional seller needs to set price, commission, and expiration date. If a traditional seller needs to do it, then everybody should have to do it. Or everybody should be able to go subject to. But then you might as well not even have you'll have nothing but a catastrophe if that's the case. So again, we need to go back to what the rules really are, saying that a seller must commit to price, commission, expiration date, and no subject to. And for someone underwater, that means they need to go to their bank before they set price, commission, and expiration date. The banks need to be involved at the time of listing. If a person's house is worth less than they owe, then the banks need to be involved at the time of listing. I've been seeing things on the internet. It's now November 2011. Foreclosures are on the rise again. Delinquencies are on the rise again. I even saw something to say, we haven't seen anything yet. Which, believe me, if I haven't seen anything yet, I don't know if I want to see it. I've seen nothing but catastrophe. And it all goes back to subject to pricing in the multiple listing service. People have figured out a way around the system. From what I understand is every listing in the multiple listing service is supposed to have approval on what price the house will be sold for and what commission will be paid to sell that house. But then somehow, for over 4 years, they say that someone that's underwater, a short seller, doesn't have to do that. We have a whole new set of rules. It's wrong. You can't have two sets of rules. And it just gets into any product that's sold in the United States of America. If you're going to advertise it, you need to know that can be sold for that price. Again, it's a great time to buy a house, but if the prices never go up and continue to go down, well, then it's maybe not the greatest time. But again, all they have to do is put an end to this. It's not saying that all short sales are bad. I don't like them, but if it was where someone truly purchased their house in 2005, 2006, the house is worth less than they owe. It might make sense for the banks to look at it, but the banks need to look at it before it's listed. Because when the price goes into the multiple list, there can't be a subject to clause masking that price. It needs to say that that house can be sold for that price. Again, if a traditional seller has to set a price and commission and expiration date at time of listing, everybody should have to. Plain and simple. No more two sets of rules. No more ways around the system. So again, a traditional seller, someone that they might own their house outright, or at least they owe less than what the house is worth, what the list price would be. There's room to pay the closing costs and pay off the loan, and whatever's left over is theirs. If that person, that traditional seller, needs to set a price, commission, and expiration date at time of listing, so does everybody. Plain and simple. We live in the United States of America. We're supposed to have truth in advertising, fair business practices. This violates everything. And for some reason, it's been allowed to happen. The realtors have spent all their time and energy promoting the short sale, promoting people from walking away from their home. The realtors should be supporting home ownership, protecting the homeowner. Again, my documentary commentary is called The Short Sale, The American Dream. The American dream is shattered. It's a great time to buy if they can just work out this mess. But again, people need to stand up now. I can't be the only realtor in the United States of America that knows what's happening here. But yet I feel I'm the only one doing anything about it. And to be told, why do I care? Why are you doing this? It threatens my intelligence. So again, excuse my anger, but if you're a homeowner, if you're work for the banks, if you're a realtor, we need to stand up and say we need to have one set of rules. Everyone needs to be treated equally. A traditional seller needs to be protected as much as the short seller. And again, if a traditional seller needs to set price, commission, and expiration date and time of listing, so should everybody. Again, John Drux, livecalif.com. Have a great day. Excuse me while I turn off my camera.